Hello, everybody. It's Mindy, and today it is a whip and chat day, and whew, I am working hard on this little number right here. Let me tell you what, this one is not easy. This has got a lot of stuff on it. It's like full coverage, pretty much full coverage, and yeah, the rhinestones. The rhinestones are just unreal. How many there are. It'll get done. I don't know if it'll get done during this whip and chat. I mean, that would be great if I could finish it, but we'll just keep working and we will see. It's going to be beautiful, this lighthouse, and it's got some flowers in the foreground. I think it's absolutely gorgeous, but it's a challenge. This one is a challenge. It's taken me some time. Anyhow, let's get going on it. So I'm working on this, of course, for Smashing the Specials, Smashing the Specials started the 1st of January. Okay, where are the A's? Now that I got them out, where are they? Let's see. Oh, here in the water. Okay, in the water. Started January 1st, and the first week has been an extra long week because of when the week started. So we're giving everybody until Friday, which is well over a week, to post projects you've worked on. Now, you don't need to post starts. You don't need to post that. You just post your finished projects. Finished projects. Unless you are doing like a crystal canvas and that's a full painting, full rhinestone. Good luck to you. I mean, they're a lot of work. So with those, you can post once a week. You post a start, post your progress pictures each week after that, but just one post a week for a full canvas. Now, if you want to work on a full canvas and throw some other little special drill projects in there, feel free to do so. But your special drill, your crystal canvas, your full crystal, is just one post a week, please. All right. So with that being said, there are a lot of posts out there. This first week is going strong. Lots and lots of things out there. I can't even keep up. I try maybe once a day to just go look and see things that have been posted, and I'm certain I am missing things. So it's my week. It is my week to give away a prize, and I will try to look at them all before I give away the prize. I'll be giving away a prize on Saturday in my live. Brandy always does our spreadsheet for us. She'll have the spreadsheet ready on Saturday night for my Saturday Night Live, and that is where I will give away the prize. So there you go. Prize. What is the prize? Well, we have Amy from Crystal Canvas Art has very graciously donated product. So she will be giving away, well, she'll be actually sending the prize to the winners. And, then that's one less step. We don't have to get it in our hands and then ship it out to you. We'll just let Amy know who our winner is, and she will send you out the product. Now, she's got some pretty cool things. There's some keychains. There's some like hanging mirrors. And I think those are the two items that she has. Now, one week it will be the mirror. You'll get the hanging mirror. And another week you will get the keychains. Depending on, what week you win. I don't know exactly what order those prizes are going to go in. So you'll either get the hanging mirror or a set of keychains. And the keychains are really cute. The ones that she's going to select from. One set I've already done. They are Well, I would say they're gnomes, but there's a couple gnomes, but there's other things in there as well. They're really cute though. And another set is owls. So those are really cute. Nice little prize. What else should I tell you? Anything else about the event you need to know? Seems like I always forget something. Oh, I know one thing I do want to say, and I did go and edit the first post in the group. In case you don't know, you're posting in Diamond Moments and Crafts. There's a weekly post, and you'll post as a comment your pictures of your completed items. But I did go back and edit that to say that the little, what are they called? Not Sparkle Pals, but what are they? I had it in my head a minute ago. The little tiny canvases, the dazzlers. That's what they are. Dazzlers. Dazzlers are not going to count for this event because really the dazzlers are just small canvases, and that's not the object of Smashing the Specials. Smashing the Specials was designed to do things like this. Things with rhinestones, things with special shaped stones, like these. I got special shapes. That was what this whole event was designed for initially. And then some things came up, then we're doing off canvas projects. What counts as an off canvas project? Well, all of this kind of stuff, the hangings, the stand up little guys, the keychains, the bookmarks, there's a million things out there that you can put drills on. Bags and cups and, you name it, little boxes. There's so many things. The calendar pages then came up, and we're like, okay, well, I kind of disputed that one for a hot minute, and I was like, but they're just a canvas with regular drills. But I was convinced, okay, the calendar pages count. But then paint gems came in, and I was like, no, paint gems are just small canvases. So we said no to paint gems. So if we say no to paint gems, then we have to say no to the little dazzler ones from Diamond Art Club. Just, keep in mind that this whole event was designed and created to do special drills, truly special drills and special drill projects, canvases that have larger drills, fancier drills. And then, we've allowed a few other things that don't have the larger drills, the real fancy drills, the shaped drills. But, there comes a point when it's like, no, that just doesn't qualify. So, sorry, but that is the decision that we made after we talked about it. So, and that would go for any of those little sets of small canvases. Because, Michaels has them. Other companies now have them. There's a lot of different places that offer them. But we're just not going to allow those to be an entry. So sorry. All right, moving on. Have fun. There are so many things out there with special drills on them. Have fun. Find those things and just go to town on them. All right, have a good time. And then pop into my live on Saturday and see who wins the first prize. Yay, prizes, yay. All right. I think that's it for that. Let's see. What else is there to talk about? Business-wise. Business. I know one thing I wanted to say here. I'm going to say it, here in my lives, wherever I have a chance to mention it. I'm planning a retreat, second year of Mingle in the Mitten. It is held in Michigan in May. Now, as with all retreats, it just comes with the territory. You have people sign up, and for various reasons, they need to back out. They need to drop out. They can't come. So it's a constant kind of thing where you've got people dropping out, people joining, adding. I told Karen the other day, yesterday, I said, I feel like I'm a high school counselor and it's the beginning of the semester and I'm here doing drops and adds. I want to drop this, drop this, add that. But it is just the nature, and I understand that. I'm not faulting anybody. Don't take that the wrong way. But I just had 3 people drop, and I filled 2 spots. So you do the math. You know what that means. That means I have 1 spot still available for the retreat. It is May 1st through the 4th in Michigan on a lake. We're going to have a great time. Karen and I are now really working on swag and door prizes and getting those things secured. So it's going to be a great time. We're going to do some fun things, and I have 1 opening. So if you're interested, let me know. There is a registration form. I can get you the registration. We've already had 2 payments, so we would have to work on payments for you to add at this point. So let me know. All right, let me know. All right, are there more of this color? I don't think so. I think it was just in the water. Wade in the water. I think that's it. Okay, let's move on to either the D's or the H's or the C's. I guess I have C's too. D, E, C. Okay. All right. Oh, I almost dropped the whole tray. Don't do that. I don't want rhinestones everywhere. I drop enough as it is without dropping a whole bag full. Don't drop a whole bag full. All right. What color do we have now? Let's do D. D. Oh, pretty turquoise color. Pretty turquoise. Yeah. So that's what I was busy doing yesterday. I mean, Karen and I hadn't talked for quite a while. The holidays came and all that. And I was just kind of like, after the first of the year, it's time to just, buckle down, get serious, get the rest of the stuff done that we need to do. So we needed to chit chat because we hadn't talked in a while. Got things squared away, started talking about decorations and t-shirts and a few other things. So I thought it was going to be, a fairly short call. No, like 2.5 hours later. I'm like, okay. 2.5 hours later. Yeah. I think we really made good progress though. We got our walk-in papers, I got things I'm going to do. She's got things she's going to do. And we're going to start getting to it. Really getting to it. So what else? Life around here has just been kind of, getting back in the groove of post-holidays. That couple weeks there with the holidays is just a very interesting time in people's lives. I know people talk about how they just can't remember what day of the week it is. They're like, they're in a fog, kind of. Well, it didn't affect me a whole lot because, I don't have a job to go to daily. I don't have to leave my house. So I'm just kind of laid back. But definitely after the first of the year, I had things to do. I had to get things cleaned up. I had to get down the Christmas decorations. And when you take down the Christmas decorations, it's time to vacuum, dust, etc. And then I put up my snowmen, got them up. All the snowman stuff is up. And, I've got a lot of snowmen and snowman items, but it certainly is not as full of a house with decor as Christmas is. Not quite as much stuff. Christmas kind of, after a while, it feels a little overwhelming that there's so much stuff out for Christmas, you know? But then when you take it down, it's kind of like, now it's kind of bare looking. It's just kind of bare. Cleaner, but bare. So it's always nice to put up some new decorations, which is always my snowmen in January. Somebody asked me why the snowman thing, and I was like, well, I don't know. I love snowmen, and I just started collecting them. And they're not Christmas. I mean, a lot of people think snowmen, they think Christmas time, but I don't. I just think snowmen and winter, and I love them. So I just started collecting some, and that's what I put up now after Christmas. So it's pretty cute. I got to tell you a little story. This is a funny story. I'm going to grab it because I think it's right here on my shelf. I believe it was, I think it was OGK I got an order from. And I got some extra little goodies. Yep, it's right here. Got some extra little goodies in my box, which is so nice of them to give you some extra goodies, right? Well, this little thing right here, I was like, oh, how cute. Look, it's a little snowman. Isn't he adorable? He's super cute, a little 3D printed little snowman, right? So I put him out on the, I call it the credenza. I don't know if it's technically a credenza, but that's what I call it. Anyhow, this piece of furniture that is by my front door when you come in. And I always have stuff there decorated. Well, I put him out there. I just set him out there and he was just looking cute, right? Well, I hear a noise out there one day. And I go out there and I look and I find Mr. Sunny up on the credenza batting that thing around, that little snowman. And I'm like, sir, no, sir. So I scoot him off and I moved the little guy. I left it out there on the credenza, but I moved it to a different location. It was a little more towards the back, a little more hidden, we'll say. Okay, that boy, at least 3 times, at least 3, he has been up there messing with that. He's gotten it down like once, you know, he just knocked the whole thing down on the floor. And I'm just like, there's other things on there. Why this little snowman? I don't know. But he will not leave it alone. Won't leave it alone. So now I got several snowman items sitting up there. And I have one that my daughter bought me several years ago. Absolutely beautiful. If I remember, I'll take a picture of it. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's wooden. It was when she used to work at, I wouldn't call it a lumber yard. That, I mean, they do sell lumber, but it's more of a specialty wood type place. And they would have people that would come in there and buy special woods to do special projects. I think I'm going to just take this off. It's not really sticking now anymore. Somebody, one of the customers, did some wood projects. They turned, you know, on their lathe and they made this beautiful snowman. He's absolutely gorgeous. Sticking out the top of his head is a big floofy feather. Now, you know how my cats are with feathers. I am surprised, and knock on wood, hello, knock on wood, the cats have not bothered that. With this feather sticking out the top like it is, I'm like, I was a little worried, but they haven't bothered that. It's not the kind of feather that they're used to. They're used to chicken feathers, and this is more like a big fluffy plume, but still. He's going for this little white 3D printed snowman versus the other snowman, which, in my opinion, looks much more attractive and much more fun. I mean, don't you wish sometimes you could get into their head and see what they're thinking? What are you thinking? Don't even know. But so now the little snowman has come in here where he's safe and sound in the office and Sonny cannot get him. I mean, not that he's going to hurt it. I don't think he, well, I don't know. He might chew it. He could possibly chew it. That could happen. Uh, Anyhow, I just thought it was better to bring it in here. It's safer in here, you know, and I don't have to worry about it. And then maybe it will keep him from climbing up on the credenza, checking out everything else that's up there. Don't need him to bother anything else, you know? Who knows? Who knows with cats? They're so funny. But he still wants to come in here and be in my lap while I'm trying to diamond paint, which is difficult. Very, very difficult. If you've ever tried it, it's very difficult. I just sit in an office chair in here. There's really no room unless he decides he's going to snuggle up on my one arm. But I'm like, boy, it's hard. It is hard for me to diamond paint with you in here all snuggled up on me. But that's what he wants to do. All right, did I find all of those? Did I find all of the D's? I think so. I know I've missed some 4s up there and some 3s over there. I know I missed those, but I think I got all of these. I think I'm down to E and C. E and C. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. I always do the rhinestones first. I know I've mentioned that before, but I always do the rhinestones first, and I save the big special drills to the end as my reward. It's my reward for getting through all of the rhinestones, right? All right, let's go ahead and do C, another pretty blue. We're getting there. We're getting there. So after I got all of the Christmas decorations down, got that all cleaned up, got the snowman out, feeling pretty good. It's time to start organizing. I've said I'm going to organize. Organize. I've got plans. I got goals. I got things I got to do. Oh, there's no C around the outside. I thought there was some on the outside. No, those are just the E's. Okay. Oh, there aren't very many C at all. Not very many C's. So I started taking the stuff downstairs because it's all stored downstairs in my, my warehouse. And got things put away, which led me to, I needed a couple more totes. I needed one tote. I really only needed one tote, but we went to Menards and found a nice tote that I thought was going to hold the Santas and they would be able to stand upright in it. Well, they can't. They can't. They're still too tall. But Dale was grabbing totes and he grabbed 2 and I was like, okay, I'll get 2. I'll get 2. So I got these 2 nice big totes. After I realized that the Santas won't fit the way I wanted them to fit in the tote, I was like, well, I'm going to start reorganizing yarn then. I'm going to go through yarn. I'm going to get rid of some yarn. I'm going to see if Shannon wants some yarn. I did give her some yarn already that I'd had set aside, but I'm going to go through this one tote and really just take out stuff that I don't think I'm ever going to use. See if she wants it. If not, I might be able to have some yarn for giveaways for our crochet along. I think that would be kind of fun. Do some yarn giveaways for our crochet along. There's nothing wrong with this yarn. I mean, it's some good yarn. I was looking at it and I have like some puzzle yarn. I have some scarfy yarns. I haven't even gotten to the bottom of the tote. It's a big tote. Then I think what I want to do is whatever's left, see if I can put it into the one tote I've already started filling up. Maybe put the snowman, not the snowman, the Santas in this tote. Although this poor tote was at the bottom of the pile. and it was not very sturdy or strong. It is bowed on the sides and the lid won't stay on. I don't mind putting the Santas in there and maybe just finding a way to keep the lid on. Maybe even just like, I don't know, take a bungee cord or something to keep the lid on it, because it won't stay on. It's just, this tote is messed up. It probably should just go in the trash, but I'm going to see if I can use it for the Santas, which that would mean I only have 2 that need a home right now, but I could take another one of the smaller totes that has like 3 or 4 in it, and maybe they could all go together in a tote. I don't know. It's just, it's a work in progress, and I don't know how it's going to pan out in the end. You know, you try one thing. I've moved things around. I've moved totes around. I've moved the drawers around. And then back, moved them one place, then moved them back. And, you know, do you do that when you organize? It's like spatially, the concept seemed to work, but then I tried it and I was like, no, that didn't work. I don't like that. It's a lot of work. It is a lot of work. I know that it will be worth it when I'm done, and I will be very happy with it. But getting there is a whole nother thing, you know? And these 2 new totes are really big. They are not gonna fit well where my yarn currently is. I'd like to have all the yarn in one place, but I might have to just, I don't know, I might have to take the 2 larger totes that I just got, fill those up with yarn, and put them somewhere else, like maybe in the closet, because I also cleaned up the closet quite a bit. I don't know. It's a process. It is a process. So we shall see how it goes. No telling what I'm going to end up with in the end. But it's work, man. It is work. I'll tell you that. As I've been doing that, I moved things from the table in the living area down there into the craft room, moved stuff from the craft room out to the living area table, because there's 2 tables set up. Ooh, so much work. And then I'm looking at diamond paintings, because one of my goals is to like get rid of / sell at least 50 of my bigger paintings. Yeah. When I look at the diamond painting stuff down there, that is overwhelming. Overwhelming. Some of it has got to go. So I'm getting there. It'll be a little while before I'm ready to like show the stash and actually put it out there for sale. But it's coming. It's coming. Anyhow, today I have a hair appointment. I get my hair done. That's always exciting. I also have to call my doctor's office because, you know, in the time I've been at this office, because I transferred there, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 years ago. And I don't go to the doctor very often. I don't need to see them very often, like, you know, a yearly physical, and, you know, I have a med that I have to, like, you know, touch base with them every so often, like maybe every 6 months. They want to check base, see me to renew the med or whatnot. It's crazy, but I don't go very often. But in the time frame that I have been with this office, I have gone through 3 providers. Well, I haven't gone through them. They've gone through 3 providers. I think I saw the first person 2 times, maybe 3 times, and she left. Then I got a new person. I saw that person once, and she left. Then I got another person, and I've seen her once, and that was back late summer. She was having a baby, and so she said she was going to be on maternity leave. I scheduled my January appointment based on when she would be back from her maternity leave. I got a letter a couple weeks ago. She's not coming back from maternity leave. I'm like, okay, so that's not going well. That's three people. And I'm going to be on to my fourth. So I need to get on that. I need to call and be like, okay, get me an appointment. And it'll probably be like, forever down the road now, because that's just how things go. They schedule out so far in advance. I mean, this one was scheduled back in the summertime, late summer. So, and scheduled for January. It's frustrating. There's a couple things at play. There is a shortage. They're really hard pressed to keep staff, find people. And it appears that since this is a family practice attached to the hospital, it becomes like not a training ground, but like they get there and they put some time in, and then they realize what they'd really like to do and go into some specialty thing. That's what most of them have done. They have left the family practice to go into a specialty. So they're moving on to something else, which is good for them, great for them, just difficult on us, the patients, to keep a healthcare provider. The last practice I was at, it was really good. For the longest time, I had one doctor, and I would make my appointment and I would see him. If I had an emergency type thing, I needed to get in sooner, I might see somebody else in the office, a nurse practitioner or a PA or something like that. But until they were purchased by a hospital, everything was cool. I never had problems. Then they got purchased by the hospital and things went downhill. And that's when I decided to go somewhere else. Well, it is what it is, folks. It is what it is. A little frustrating, but what are you going to do? It's very interesting right now because we're in a weird situation with healthcare. I don't know why I'm talking so much about healthcare, but it came up. Because Dale is turning 65. So Dale needs to go on Medicare. He's already got his cards. He's already set up. On his birthday, that will be his primary healthcare, is Medicare. Now, working for the state, what the state does is the state will provide his supplemental plan, all of his extra stuff. So I'm not 65 yet. So I stay on his state plan when he's on Medicare. But I think something weird happened with prescription stuff. I think the prescription changed even though my health provider didn't change. Why? I'm just going to say, why does healthcare have to be so complicated? Why is it so hard? I know there are people out there right now going, exactly, I fight this thing or that thing all the time. Why is it so difficult? Why does it have to be so hard? I don't understand. But it is. It totally, totally is. It can really frustrate you to no end, All I want to do is go to the doctor probably one time a year, have my coverage, see the same person, because then they get to know you. Prescriptions should be easy. Come on. Anyhow, okay, I'll stop. I'm done. Just my little rant for the day. Healthcare. Oh my goodness. Now, it's quiet around here today because Dale is back over at the assisted living home. The farmer guy, he got sick, and Dale didn't want to go back over there while he was sick, so he stayed home. There was a little bit of painting to be finished up. And so yesterday, the guy said, yep, everything's better. I'm feeling fine. It's good, you know. So Dale says, okay. He went back over there yesterday and finished up a little bit of painting that was needing to be done. A few touch-up things. Worked on putting that bathroom that he was working on back together. Because, you know, he's trying to get these few rooms ready for people to come and live there, stay there. And they have an inspection coming up. So Dale's just kind of there being Mr. Handyman now. He got the painting finished up yesterday. Now there's blinds to be put up somewhere. So he's over there today hanging up blinds. You just never know. You never know what he's going to get into over there. It would be nice if he got a paycheck here pretty soon. He's got quite a few hours racked up. He writes them on the calendar every day. And it's been a while. It's going to be time to get a paycheck here, I think. So, yeah. Another thing, just frustrating things. This is going to be just a frustrating kind of whip and chip. Dale got the new truck, right? Not brand new, but just a newer truck. And at the dealership, you know, they handle everything like your title, etc., verify your insurance. He got a loan for the truck. And now the credit union where the loan is has sent him a letter saying that they don't have proof of insurance on the truck. And I'm like, what? Really? Didn't they do that at the dealership? Isn't that part of their thing? They've made sure you got insurance before they sell you the truck. And no, I guess not. So now Dale has to go over there and show them proof of insurance on his truck. All that good jazz. Again, why are things so complicated? Why can't things just be smooth and easy? I've never had to go give proof of my insurance when I've gotten a new vehicle. I never had to do that. They get it from the dealership when the dealership does the deal and you're good to go. But not this time, apparently. They don't have it. So Dale needs to go over there. He's going to have to do that at some point today. He's going to try to do it yesterday, but didn't make it yesterday. He's going to have to do that today. I might need to remind him. Don't forget, get to the credit union. That's kind of an important thing because, you know, if they don't get proof of insurance, you know what they're going to do? They're going to get their own and they'll slap on some expensive insurance on your... Yeah, no. That's not happening. Wow. I had a return yesterday I had to take it back to the UPS store. That's where I chose to take it back. It was an Amazon return. I did really good with my Amazon stuff. There were only two items that I needed to do returns or exchanges for. And that was two hoodies, one for Shannon, one for Jackson. So the one for Jackson was easy. I did the return. I ordered it in the correct size. He grew. Imagine that. The kid grew. So all I needed to do was walk into the UPS office and just drop it off, which is awesome. I'm going in and I just have this hoodie in my hand and Dale's like, don't you need a bag or a box or something? I'm like, nope. You just go in with your product in your hand and they take it from you and they process your return. So I'm walking in, and here's a lady coming from the other direction. She's carrying a basketball, and I'm just laughing. I'm like, see, there's a lady with a basketball. No box, just a basketball. Yeah, you go in, and they just take your product, scan your little code, and they grab a bag. It's just like a clear bag. Throw it in the clear bag, tape it up, and put a sticker on it. Throw it in a great big box. They had like 4 huge boxes in there. And there were just people coming in like by the droves, even this late into January. There's one man, I was like, what did you do with your purchases? Why do you have so many things you need to return? It was crazy. He had stacks and stacks of stuff. But I was like, it shouldn't take long. And then I saw all the people. I'm like, it might take a little while. No, it was really quick, actually. It's super easy when you process your return on Amazon, you get a QR code, you go in, show them the code, bing, bing, boom, boom. Thank you. Have a nice day. All right. Bye. Now, Shannon's hoodie was a little different. Shannon's hoodie was the one that I was worried it was going to get here in time, as I knew it was coming from China. It came straight from China. And it's just it's made a little weird. I will say it's made a little weird. I've tried it on. It's just got really like tight arms. It's strange. So I processed the return on that one. And then I tried to order it in the next larger size. Nope. Nope. I cannot find it. I cannot find it on Amazon anywhere. Shannon has looked. She can't find it. I'm like, okay, guess you're not getting that one. Go ahead and look for something else and let me know. The other weird thing about that was they processed that return right away and said, here's your money. No need to return the product. I'm like, well, of course not. Of course there's no need to return the product, because how can I send it back to China? They're not going to send it back to China. So I guess that's one of those things. I don't know what they do with those. Do they go into like the Amazon? I know they sell things, like they sell Amazon packages, Amazon returns. You can go buy a bundle of them. That probably is what happens to them, because it's not going back to China, that's for sure. Anyhow, she's looking for something else now for me to get instead of the hoodie. Probably going to be books. I think I'm getting her books. She's into Outlander. And I think there's a set of Outlander. I think that's what I'm going to end up getting her. But those are my only 2 returns for Christmas. I'm good with that. I am good with that. That was easy. Got all my returns done. I'm feeling good. I am feeling good. I am moving forward. I am making progress. That basement, though, that basement is just one of those things. It's just grating on my nerves. I'm like, I gotta make this work somehow. How am I gonna make this work? And honestly, the way that stuff was in the basement before, it was really hard to get to things. It was hard to get to all the yarn. I wouldn't have had a clue what was in that bottom bin, because there were 2 bins on top of it and 2 cardboard boxes on top of that. I never looked in that bin. It's got to be more accessible, where I can get to it. I can see what's in them. I can get to the yarn without having to take 5 things down just to get to the box, to open the box. That's my goal. Make it more accessible. And then that will help me with one of my like goals of using my yarn that I have. It's much easier to use it if you know what you have. I don't even remember what all is in that one tote. I don't even remember. I couldn't tell you everything that's in there. I just took the lid off and I was like, oh, well, there's scarfy yarn, there's puzzle yarn. What else is in this box? I have no idea. But to use it, you have to know what you got, and it has to be accessible, right? It has to be accessible. You have to be able to get to it. All right, I'm gonna twist my little pen here and get just a little more putty, because you got to be careful when you twist these. Don't twist too much. You'll get like scads that come out. I don't want scads. I just want a little more. Let's see if that was enough. It might have been. Just a slight little turn. I've been crocheting, working on 2 of my Advent projects. With my Advent yarns, I got 2 of them going. I have one that's a scarf wrap, It's a skinny little wrap or a wide scarf. You call it. But I'm halfway. I am halfway on that one. I have used 6 of the yarns on that. So I've made good progress. Oh, there's a 7 right there. And I better do that one right now because I will miss that one. Right in the middle of my lighthouse. Let's get us one of those. So yeah, halfway on that one. And then the other one I'm using, that's the Emma yarn. The other one I'm using is Bad Sheep Advent. And I ran into a little stumbling block with that one. There's one row on there that I'm like, this is not working out right. It is not working out right. What is the problem? I tried and I retried and I tried and I'm counting. My stitch counts were perfect in the row before. What is going on? I honestly think the pattern is missing one thing. And that is just a chain 1. So today I woke up in the quiet of the morning by myself and I said, I'm going to make this work. I'm going to make this work. I don't know how. I'm going to fudge something. I'm going to make it work. So that's what I did. I counted and I tried and I did this and I did that. And I just added 1 chain. That's all I did. And I got my stitch count. Then the next row I went to do worked out perfectly. I'm like, I think there's an error in the pattern. I think it needed to say chain 1 at the end of the row before you get to the corner. I'm like, okay, that's what I'm doing. And it's working. And so then I cruised on from that row once I figured that row out. And that's how I'm going to do it. Now I just have to remember next time I get to that row that that's what I'm going to do, because you don't get to that row very often. But yeah, so I mean, it happens, I suppose, but these designers are so, they have testers that test things, and then they have what they call tech editors that look over their patterns and edit their patterns and make sure they're right. And I'm just like, how does it get to this point and it's wrong? And if it's not wrong, I don't know what I could possibly be doing that I'm doing wrong. You know what I mean? I did email the designer and I was asking about that row and I was like, I can't seem to make it work out. Is it missing a stitch? I have not heard back, but maybe I will. I don't know. I know they're busy people. Maybe I'll hear. Hopefully I'll hear. And, if there is truly a problem with the pattern, maybe it could get fixed. It could be fixed so that it's much clearer for everybody else. It's like, you always tell students, there are no dumb questions. And if you have a question, please ask, because you never know. Somebody else might have the same question. We always say that in teaching. So that's me. I have a question. I'm going to ask it. I hope that they read it. And even if they never respond to me, maybe they go and they look at that pattern and see if there's something that's missing. So anyhow, there's that. Boy, today is just a weird day of like, I don't know. I'm just complaining about everything. Why am I complaining today? I don't know. This is my life. This is what's happened. I had a lot on my mind. Things have been happening. I got a lot to think about. Sorry. But look we're making progress on this. Okay, those were the 4s that I was missing. Let's see. I know there's something else missing. Little rhinestones. Where are they? There's a couple more. There's some 3s and 1 5. Okay. And then the rhinestones will be done. We're going to hang out for a little bit longer and put some special drills on this, right? You know that. We are. what did I say? I need some threes. I need three threes. 3 3s and 1 5. 3 3s and 1 5. It's killing me right now because I heard the mail truck a little bit ago, and I know that there's yarn in my mailbox. It's my subscription yarn. It's not like, not like I went out and bought some new yarn or anything. I haven't bought. Oh, well, that's not true. That's not true. Whoop, that did not come off. I just told a fib to you people. I did. I told a fib. Ruby and Roses was having a mystery bag. I bought a mystery bag of yarn from Ruby and Roses. Sorry, but I did. But that's not what's in my mailbox. And the reason I did is because, I'll tell you why. Bad Sheep Yarn is going to do a make-along, and it requires 6 skeins of yarn to coordinate. And anyhow, without giving you all the details, I went through my stash and I pulled out a bunch of Ruby and Roses yarn for that. Some Ruby and Roses, some Bad Sheep, and some of my Yarnable yarn. I know, all different companies. It's all the same weight though, so it works. But now that I'm using up this Ruby and Roses yarn, I'm hoping in the mystery bag to get one more color, because she did them by color. The mystery bags are sorted by color. That in the mystery bag, I might get one more that could go with this. We shall see. We shall see how that works. And they were discounted. Nice discount, Nice discount. Of course, then, Diamond Art Club comes out with a Chuck Pinson, I have to get that. I did not want to buy any diamond paintings. I was hoping to not buy diamond paintings for a while. See how that worked for me, huh? First week out the gate, pretty much. First of the year, boom. There's one I have to have. And it's gorgeous. It is absolutely beautiful. It's stunning. How can I not have that in my life? Really? I do have them all. I'm going to keep up with that. He doesn't crank out that many. It's not that hard to keep up with the Chuck Pinsons, but there are other artists that I'd be like, no, I'm not even going to try to have all of those. There's too many. Okay, there were the F's. That's the centers of our flowers. Now we get to make the flowers. Do you want to make some flowers with me? Oh, finally, this will be done. This has just taken so long. I'm like, some projects are like that. I was surprised. Brandy was talking about her sets of coasters, and that she has sets of coasters that it takes her forever. And I'm like, well, why does it take so long? First of all, there's 8 coasters. I'm like, 8? I have never received a set of coasters that has 8 coasters in it. Never. Okay, you know what I'm going to do here? You're going to laugh. But I'm going to do a big cheat because it's easier. And that is, I am placing these by hand. Sometimes it's just easier. It really is. I just put them down. If they're big like this, I just grab them and I put them down with my little fingers. And then if I need to move them around a little bit, I can grab my tweezers. But it's easier than trying to grab them with the tweezers initially. Easier than trying to pick them up with my little wax pencil there. It's pretty cool. I like it. See, and then I can just push it that way. Yep. That one was perfect. Perfect. Love it. It's funny, these are 2 different sizes. I have bigger flower and smaller flower. They're the same color, basically, But these are like those smooth, clear ones, and the other ones are faceted. I don't know why. They could have, I don't know, maybe these don't come in a larger size, so they had to use the faceted ones. I don't know. But they're all going to be kind of gold. Yeah, gold. They're pretty. They're very pretty. You ever put your drills on like this by hand? Am I the only one? I might be the only one. I don't know. It just, they go on crooked if I use a pen or the wax pencil. They just go on crooked. So why not just use my fingers and then I just turn them? Oh, look, I did really good. I had just about the right number. I'm short one. I'm not short one. I just didn't dump it out. I need one more. And I got one left. It's cutting it a little close. Cutting it a little close. Today was a crafty vlog day. Showing some exciting stuff around here, what I've been doing. Ooh, exciting stuff. My life is just, over the top exciting. Hey, you know what? I did see my best friend I saw both of my best friends. I saw my best friend from school, that I made my best friend from school. I saw her on Friday. We went to lunch. 4 of us went to lunch. We haven't gone to lunch in a long time. One of my friends, I don't think we've seen her in well over a year. So got to go to lunch with them on Friday. And then my best friend from 3rd grade came over on Saturday. Her sister recently passed away. She had cancer, and she's got a lot going on in her life. My best friend does. She got a lot going on, and she just really needed to talk. And it's one of those relationships, I don't see her very often, but you always know you can get together and you can pick up just like it was yesterday. That's the kind of friendship that we have. And I mean, knowing her since 3rd grade, watching her have her children, watching them grow up, the same thing with my kids, birthday parties, all that stuff, we know each other well and love each other dearly. And we'll always be there for each other. When I heard that her sister had passed away, I just texted her and I was like, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry to hear that. I know how hard that will be. Her and her sister were very close. There was her, she's the youngest. Her sister and her brother are older, but she was the closest with her sister. Helped take care of her sister because her sister did have some health issues, and she was always there for her to help her with things. So I know that's tough. I know it's tough. But I just said, I'm thinking of you. I want to talk to you. I just don't want to like barge over to your house right now and interrupt. It was her sister passed away on Christmas. I know, on Christmas. So I'm like, I want to talk to you. I want to give you a great big hug. I just don't want to interfere with your family, with, whatever you've got going on, getting things settled, arrangements, whatever. So she just called me up and she's like, hey, what are you doing? And I was like, just taking down Christmas decorations. She goes, we'd love to come over. And I'm like, oh, please, yes. So they came over here. They were here for quite a while. She had a lot to say. She had a lot to get off her chest. And I'm glad that she could come over here and do so. That, like I said, it's that kind of relationship. You just know. You just know. The other one is always there for you. All right. Beautiful. It's done. It's done. What do I move on to next? I don't know. This puts me behind the 8 ball. I was one a day It was one a day up until the 5th, and then this one came to play. And I'm like, oh, nope, that one threw me off my one a day. It sure did. Anyhow, I'm done talking now. I'm going to let you go. Ooh, an hour. Oh, Joe will be so happy. Joe, give you something to do for an hour. This will take 2.5 hours to process on my computer, just so you know. I don't know why it takes so long, but it takes forever to process an hour-long video on my computer. Uploading it to YouTube, not so bad. That's pretty fast. But processing it, whoa, it takes forever to process. Anyhow, I better get to it. Maybe I'll have it processed before I go get my hair done. Who knows? All right. You guys have a great day. Great week. And keep smashing them specials. And I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.